Such a nice guy. C guitar. Okay, here we go. Watch for the release. Not you yet. It's fast. It's quick. All set. Big sound.
Will everyone please stand and join Michelle Galloway in singing our national anthem?
Thank
Please be seated. Faculty, students, parents and relatives, distinguished guests, and friends of the university. I am delighted to welcome you to this, the 153rd Commencement of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. This year we will celebrate the 128th anniversary of the founding at Platteville of the first normal school in the state of Wisconsin, the birth of what has become today University of Wisconsin-Platteville. During these years, approximately 30,000 students have received degrees from this outstanding university. This afternoon, over 350 more degrees will be conferred. Commencement is a celebration of accomplishment, of success. It is a time for students, faculty, family, and friends to remember, to reflect, and to anticipate the future as these degree candidates, soon to become alumni as graduates, commence a new life. The graduating senior selected to deliver the valedictory address today is Ms. Linda Schaff, who received a Bachelor of Science degree in speech communication with an emphasis in public relations and a minor in journalism. Ms. Schaff is from Wisconsin Dells, and her employment experience in her hometown is typical of her academic and personal achievements. She began by working during the summer of 1988 as a guide for riverboat tours, and by 1990, she had become a federally licensed boat pilot. She has completely financed her college education. Her employer has commended her hard work and enthusiasm and stated that, quote, she looks to the future and she strives for the best. She has been involved in a great many service activities on campus, and many of her extracurricular activities are directly related to her degree program and career plans. She has been a writer for The Exponent, the campus newspaper, and a public affairs interviewer for the campus radio station. She was publicity director for this year's TV Christmas Telethon for the Wisconsin Badger Camp. She has been on both the Dean's and Chancellor's list several times in recognition of her academic achievements, and was selected as a member of a medical team which traveled to Haiti in 1989. One of her professors, in recommending her as today's speaker, noted that she works hard, is committed to excellence, and enjoys a balanced and successful life. She is known and respected by her professors and her peers. I am honored to introduce to you one of our best, Ms. Linda Schaff.
Wow. When I agreed to do this little talk today, it never occurred to me that there'd be so many of you here. Graduates, friends, parents, faculty and staff, and distinguished guests. Thank you for being here today. It's an interesting moment for many of us, but it's just a moment. One of many great ones in your life, I hope, but just a moment. I'm here today to warn you that a lot of people will do you a great disservice in the next couple hours, days, weeks, and months. You see, they're going to come up to you and they're going to say, congratulations, you must be so proud. The world is at your fingertips. Your life is just beginning. I don't know about you, but I've been living for a long time. Don't be deceived. Your life is not just beginning. This is your life. All around you, all the time. So enjoy it. Live it. There's nothing that I can say to motivate you to do that, because it's in here. I can ask myself what I want. I can say, self, what do you want? I want to be witty. I want to be wise. I want to be aware. I want to be loved. I want to live fearlessly in a responsible way. And you know, those are pretty good things to want. And I'll find them. So figure out what you want and go for it. Look to the future, but it's okay to look to the past too. Reflect on what you learned at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Personally, I've learned a lot of things. For example, my parallel parking skills have improved dramatically since I've been here. I've learned a number of other more marketable skills as well. But like you, I've learned a lot more on the outside, and there are a few people that are responsible for that. First, to Petunia and the Bula Man, Mom and Dad, I love you. Mom, I thought I was going to lose you last summer, and I thank God every day that we walk this earth together. Christopher, you're a man of integrity. Thank you. And to all my closest friends, Katie and Matt, my brothers and sisters, because you're my best friends of all, I hold you in ineffable esteem. And to the rest of you, to all of us, there's a lot of work to be done out there in this world, and you and I are going to be the ones to do it. So cherish yourselves, cherish each other, but don't take yourself too seriously. And when you catch yourself next time taking yourself too seriously, remember today. Remember that after all your hard work, your time, your energy, and the money that you've poured into higher education, the last two great challenges you faced at this university were number one, can you line up alphabetically by your last name? I'd like to tell the parents, don't worry, the engineers had a little extra help with that. And number two, can you balance a little black board on your head? You're all doing a commendable job. Have a good life.
Thank you very much, Linda. It is now my pleasure to introduce Catherine Lau, President of the University of Wisconsin System. Dr. Lau has served the UW system for the past 13 years as Vice President for Academic Affairs, Executive Vice President, and Acting President on 2 occasions. In April 1992, she became the 5th person and the first woman to serve as System President. Dr. Lau is a native of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She received a BA degree and PhDs in economics and from Cornell University and an MBA degree from New York University. She holds a professorship in the Department of Economics at UW-Madison and frequently teaches in that department. Prior to coming to Wisconsin, she held faculty and administrative positions at Syracuse University and Johns Hopkins University, served on the research staff of the Chase Manhattan Bank, was an executive with the Russell Sage Foundation, and was Deputy Assistant Secretary for Economic Affairs at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. President Lau credits her mother's influence on her career choices and success, noting, quote, "She gave me the gift of not knowing that women can't do math." She currently does math and a great deal more, heading the 8th largest system of higher education in the country, and she does it exceedingly well. I am honored to introduce to you Catherine Lau, President of the University of Wisconsin System.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Culberson, faculty, parents, and friends of the class of 1994. It really is a pleasure for me to be back on this lovely campus, which is the home of the first state normal school, the world's largest M, which now stands for marvelous, and that improbable but highly successful summer combination, the Wisconsin Shakespeare Festival and the Chicago Bears training camp. And I want to thank Chancellor Culberson for extending me the privilege of participating in this commencement ceremony. UW-Platteville was the very first of our institutions 13 years ago when I first arrived in Wisconsin to invite me to give a commencement speech, and so I feel in a way that I have come home and the circle is closed today. Attending a UW System campus commencement is really an invigorating experience for me, as I hope it is for faculty, students, and parents, whether you attend one such event as this or 50 in your lifetime. Of necessity, much of the work of a university system president occurs in the office, in conference rooms, at the state capitol, or in a car traveling among all three of those points. So festive occasions such as this one are a vivid reminder of what public higher education gives to this nation. It gives some of its best and most productive citizens. And in return, we receive much. Despite the occasional ups and downs of the political or budgetary process, no other country in the world relies so heavily on its universities for its future, or bestows so much freedom and choice on its faculty and students. No other country has created so many universities of so many different kinds in so many different places. And no other country has enjoyed so much prosperity from the hands and the heads of an educated population. Since the end of World War II, when the GI Bill, the baby boom, and the Cold War coincided to begin the transformation of higher education in America, a succession of legislatures, congresses, and presidents of both parties have recognized that graduates such as you are this nation's best investment. Prisons and armies are insurance policies, not investments. Highways and bridges are investments, but they erode with time and traffic. Education, on the other hand, is an investment that pays itself back, both principal and interest, in every generation. This nation understands that. This state understands that. And for that reason, we have never lacked for friends or for critics who want us to do even more. The college education you've received here at Platteville will increase your expected lifetime earnings more than 50%. But more significantly, it will expand your lifetime options more than you can imagine. I hope you will take a moment sometime during this day to thank a faculty or staff member for the teaching you experienced here, and for the help and services that made your total educational experience at Platteville a good one. And while you're in this mellow mood, I'd also ask that you remember the alumni, the community, legislators, and other friends of UW-Platteville, whose generosity, patience, and continued goodwill are essential to the life of this institution. It is with your continuing support and theirs that we will be able to keep the same opportunity you had open for others to come. In this spirit, I want to say a more specific word of appreciation for someone who, like this graduating class, will soon be leaving UW-Platteville. Dr. Lee Halgren has served this institution for the past 10 years as Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. During that time, he twice served as Acting Chancellor. He leaves this campus next month to become Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs with the State Colleges of Colorado. Lee, best wishes to you and Jody as you move to Denver, and a sincere thank you for all you have done for UW-Platteville. John F. Kennedy, when he was president, said, "Change is the law of life." I think one of Dr. Halgren's legacies to this campus is that he began the strategic planning process, which under the leadership of Chancellor Culbertson has resulted in Focus 2000, a plan for the positioning and renewal of UW-Platteville for the next century. The need for such a plan was underscored last week by the announcement that the UW system must return nearly $9 million to the state budget between now and the end of the academic year in June. It is the first of what we anticipate will be a number of challenges for the UW system during the coming year. In this environment, Students are the ultimate beneficiary of our planning. If the university can be likened to an airline, then students are the passengers. It is our job as teachers, administrators, and flight attendants, if you will, to get students where they want to go on time, with a minimum of turbulence, and with no lost luggage. To get where you're going, an airline or a university must have a map of the route, a flight plan, and a way of flying to the destination. Focus 2000 provides all three and will serve this campus well for years to come. While the discipline of planning has prepared UW-Platteville to meet the uncertainties of the political and budgetary future that I just described, it is also ensured that this institution will be better positioned to serve the changing needs of students and the changing demands of the workplace. Positive things are already occurring on this campus as a result of Focus 2000. For example, the proposed $3.8 million renewal of Doudna Hall is now the UW system's highest priority major capital project. And the investment needed in computing technology to put this institution on the map is well defined. Similar planning and restructuring is going on at every UW institution, and within system administration itself, by the way, so that we can stretch our resources to the limit to serve our students well. Bruce Barton, the New York City advertising king, said, "When you're through changing, you're through." For the Platteville graduates of '94, the change is just beginning. This December, when I think of all the green and grassy baseball fields of America, some of which are now in snow or wondering whether they'll feel the bite of cleats next spring, I also think of a friend, the late Commissioner of Baseball, Bart Giamatti. I think with a name like that, he should probably have been a second baseman for the Red Sox. But in fact, he was a literary scholar for many years. And then he was the president of Yale University. Long before there was a Ken Burns, Giamatti was someone for whom baseball was less a game than a glorious, sometimes comic, metaphor for America. To graduating students, those at Yale and those at UW-Platteville, he gave this important piece of advice. He said, "Study should be lifelong, but not life-consuming. If the life is consumed in study, the study is not shared. If it is not shared, it cannot be useful to others. If not useful to others, it plays no role in shaping a civil state in which all, the learned and the unlearned, may live a free and decent life." You don't have to be a teacher to share what you've learned. Those of you who leave to engineer road projects, to manage an agribusiness, or to work in law enforcement, as well as those of you who are going on to graduate school or to continue your search for your first job, are all sharing your knowledge. You are really the ultimate outreach and extension program, helping to shape the kind of civil state that Giamatti envisioned and which this nation needs so desperately. Since 1866, the state has made a great investment in this corner of Wisconsin. Graduates are only the most visible product of that investment. UW-Platteville, the part that remains after today's ceremony, has the opportunity to lead in many other ways as the cultural, economic, and educational centerpiece of this tri-state region. The part of UW-Platteville that departs after today is the vanguard of that outreach. Beyond this campus, beyond state lines, wherever the wings you are about to receive will carry you. We hope you go far, but not so far that you lose touch. A postcard from your destination to the Alumni Association is always welcome. And finally, to the graduates, this university has given you of itself. Beyond course credits, beyond lectures, beyond the mountain of reports and tests and grades and transcripts, there is a set of values that you take with you. We hope you learn the value of hard work, of intellectual curiosity, of creative play, and of true blue friends you'll keep to the end. I hope UW-Platteville has also given you some memories of homecoming parades and outhouse races, of the meal of fortune at Glenview Commons and whitewashing and lighting the M, of reading the exponent, and of late nights spent studying in a hectic residence hall room. In fact, I know that Chancellor Culbertson remembers the latter from his first few days and weeks on campus. Memories such as these are the souvenirs we keep to remind us of the most important thing, that education is really an elaborate and extended dialogue, what Bart Giamatti called a constant conversation between young and old, between faculty and students, a conversation between past and present, a conversation the culture has with itself on behalf of the country. That constant conversation need not end just because your time at UW-Platteville has expired. We hope you keep that conversation up wherever you go and with whomever you may meet. You'll discover, I think, that life's greatest energizer is not the battery in the back of a toy rabbit. It's the inexhaustible power of your education to challenge and inspire you, sometimes to make you uncomfortable and uncertain, and always to make you productive, contributing citizens. We are very proud of each and every one of you in the graduating class of 1994. Best wishes and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much, President Lyle. Mr. Dennis Pratt, President of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, will announce the awards of Alumni Life memberships. Mr. Pratt.
Thank you, Chancellor Culbertson. Graduates, on behalf of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, it is indeed my pleasure to congratulate you and your families on your graduation today. As part of that, congratulations, I have been instructed by the Alumni Association Board of Directors to award each graduate a complimentary one-year membership in the UW-Platteville Alumni Association. It is our hope that 1 year from now you will decide to permanently join the Alumni Association in support of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. The Alumni Association also traditionally recognizes several graduates for their outstanding academic, campus, personal, and professional achievements by awarding them honorary lifetime memberships in the association. This year, we have such 3 awards. As I announce them alphabetically, I would ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. I ask that the recipients please stand and remain standing as all are introduced. First is Ellen Davidovich of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. She will graduate today with a degree in electrical engineering. Troy Everson from Viroqua, Wisconsin, will graduate today with a degree in secondary education science. And Diane Rose Ryder of Livingston, Wisconsin, will graduate today with a degree in computer science. My congratulations to each one of you and best wishes for the future. Thank you.
We're extremely proud of all of our graduates and will shortly recognize each of them. However, I would first like to give special recognition to a group who have distinguished themselves throughout their academic careers. These undergraduate students graduating with academic honors are designated with asterisks in the commencement program and are wearing gold honor stoles. Where those individuals who have achieved highest honors and are graduating summa cum laude, please rise and remain standing. These students have earned cumulative grade point averages from 3.75 to a perfect 4.0. Now don't be bashful. Those of you, please stand up. Now, will those students who have achieved honors and are graduating magna cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages from 3.5 to 3.74. Please join me in recognizing the accomplishments of this very special group of students. Now, will all candidates for the bachelor's and master's degrees please stand? This is it. Mr. Chancellor, as Provost, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed the curricula prescribed by the university faculty for the degrees of Master of Science in Education, Agricultural Industries, or Industrial Technology Management, or the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, and are entitled to receive their degrees from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I therefore recommend that these candidates be granted the appropriate diplomas for the curricula completed.
Upon this certification by the Provost that you have completed the requirements established by the university faculty for the various degrees, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree to which you have earned, together with all the rights and privileges attending thereto. Congratulations. Please give them a hand. Graduates, please be seated. Will the deans now present the degree recipients?
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Interim Dean of the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture, and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Business, Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture. Will the recipients please come forward?
Linda A. Schaaf. Rona Bernice Hooper. Randall Edward Addison. Beatrice N. Agendia. Russell Teddy Allen. Rebecca L. Anderson. William Thomas Argall. John W. Berry. Christopher Alton Baxter. Daniel Joseph Behrens. Michael J. Bethauser. Aaron Scott Bialzik. Suzanne Marie Buckup. Wendy Jane Beekner. Lorena K. Bouchard. Christine Lynn Casper. Leah L. Chapman, Brian Gordon Cole, Freddy Umberto Cruz, Roger G. Dahman, Trevor Howard Davies, Dawn Janet Fernstead, Matthew R. Flora, Greg J. Franzen, Dave A. Furman, Deborah Ann Ganella, Matthew John Gatto, David R. Graybill, Robert Ray Gruber, Larry M. Hansen, Michael Allen Harms, Tracy Ann Heidenreich, Craig William Henderson, Stephen Carl Hess, Stephen Francis Hockhausen, John E. Jacken, Wynette Lynn Johnson, Sandra Louise Kegabine, Michael James Klein, Christine L. Knapp, Marnie K. Knight, Tobin J. Knutson, John Paul Coleman, Nicole Lynn Cools Pleamer, Adam William Lapp, Kyle D. Larson, Robert John Lowinger, Jr., Karen Marie Lease, Constance Sue Lohr, David E. Mangus, Kristen Ann Maxim, Teresa A. Mensendijk, Randy Lee Mittelstead, Michelle L. Morrow, Michael C. Mutzel, Sherry Lynn Oglesby, Corey Ann Olette, Krista Sue Patton, Gerald Paul Pegalo, Jr., Carrie Lynn Petrie, Timothy G. Pitson, Michelle C. Ramsier, Chad Joseph Ryder, Diane R. Ryder, Kathy J. Riedel, Wayne Michael Rothbauer, Cindy Joan Salzman, Todd Allen Schilling, Scott D. Schultz, Bernd Ralph Siebert, Randall Joe Simonson. Jill Leslie Spooner. Aaron M. Stanek. Susan May Stein. Michael J. Stern. Kirk Michael Stibbe. Nancy Ann Stroberg. Deborah Jean Stewart. Michael Garrett Switsky. Melissa Therese Tallman. Heidi Lynn Turner. Lori Ann Van Ryswick. Catherine L. Vernig. Scott A. Vosberg. Jason Paul Wachter. Julie L. Weber. Darren Lee Went. Angela Nadine Wickman. Barbara Lynn Welch. Deborah K. Winkus. Matthew J. Wildeman. Amy Suzette Wolf. Jason W. Yancey. Jody L. Ziegler.
The faculty and staff of our college are proud of you and wish you much happiness and success. Please be seated.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Interim Dean of the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science, and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Math, and Science. Will the recipients please come forward?
Brian Jeffrey Bowers. Kevin M. Ahern. Ronald Frank Auer, Jr. Timothy Aloysius Haverkamp. Scott William Bever. Chad William Byer. Brett D. Bewer. Philip John Blome, Jr. Jerome Magdalez Boado. Andrew John Bonlander. Michael Robert Karstens. Michael N. Christensen. Kenneth Michael Cornell. Brad Michael Crowley. David Alexander Cumming. Aaron M. Cummings. Peter David Davis. Ellen Jean Davidovic. Kevin Joe Duke. Craig Allen Ebert. David William Edlund. Chad Robert Engelkus. Troy R. Everson. Michael Paul Ferry. Ronald Dwayne Granger. James Paul Hanson. Roland Laverne Hawk, Jr. Timothy John Hearden. Robert J. Hine. Frederick John Hilby. Anne Marie Hill. Brian J. Hills. Joseph David Holly. Joe Jacken. Scott Eric Jansen. Gordon Gary Carl. James Thomas Kirchen. Daniel R. Kirchner. Dan Carl Cluth. Craig James Cohn. Gregory Paul Kuzi. Jason Gavin Lamb. David Allen Lee. William John Leon. Tammy Laura Lynn Laurie. Stephen John Massman. Eben D. Miller. Jason B. Olkey. Brian Dean Palmer. Dean Anthony Pack. Tirapat Patram. Kent Raymond Pauley. Christopher Dean Peplinski. Chad Jason Pietrkowski. Philip Joseph Plonka. Todd Allen Porter. Mark John Rank. Chad Gregory Redlin. Darren Paul Reschke. Kurt J. Skaden. Scott Michael Schmidt. Dale Donald Schmidt. Jeffrey James Simon. Brian Lee Sorensen. Nicole K. Temp. James Henry Veith. Ty Charles Wallakonis. Michael J. Warsh. David Douglas Washburn. Wendy Ann Wada. Christopher A. Warenberg. Stephen Paul Westra. Donald Joseph Wire. Daniel Ray Whitehead. Darren Keith Zinneman.
Will the new engineers, mathematicians, chemists, and physicists please be seated?
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Interim Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Will the recipients please come forward?
Denise K. Stanton. Julie Ann Ames. Thomas Donald Bame. Jeffrey James Bindle. Scott David Buckner. Patricia Louise Sahak. Daniel Lewis Check. Rebecca M. Dahlquist. Carlin Ann Evans. Krista K. Ewers. Christopher Mark Fannin. Tony Michael Fry. Brenda Susan Friesian. Meredith Joanne Gillis. Michael Donald Ginter. Ronald R. Griffiths. Darcy Jean Guckenberger. Nicole Allison Hansen. Michelle Patricia Hansen Heinrichs. Dawn Marie Harrell. Beth Mary Hartig. Jeffrey David Hefty. Jean Marie Hines. Cheryl Lynn Hafes. Wendy S. Johns. Christopher Michael Kern. Joanna Marie Galzewski. Michael James Kruger. Ty Wesley Krugman. Mark J. Keisley. Patty Ann Lamb. Alvernia Franchetia McCarthy. Nicole Florence Meyer. Jill Ann Michek. Marcia Lynn Michek. Julie Ann Mikulski. Gidget Ray Moore. Rebecca M. Morgan. Catherine L. Mashinsky. Lisa Marie Paulskill. Bonnie Mae Partridge. Kimberly Ann Piper. Patricia Jean Pisula. Lisa M. Polikis. Kirsten Ann Raby. Bradley James Rabideau. Jason Paul Schulting. Sharon Allison Shinke. Terry Smith. Carmen K. Steiner. Trevor Charles Steiner. Susan Marie Teat. Angela Sue Von Glan. Lisa Mary Von Ruden. Kevin Mark Wagner. Susan Marie Weigel. Carrie G. Wild. Scott Thomas Winarski. Christina C. Zemlicka Lidicot.
Congratulations. We're proud of you all, and please be seated.
Will the recipients of the master's degrees please stand? Mr. Chancellor, as Dean of the School of Graduate Studies and representing the graduate faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degrees of Master of Science and Master of Science in Education from the School of Graduate Studies. Will the recipients please come forward?
Holly Lynn Allen. Marjorie Atkinson. Debbie J. Buddy Bandy. Randall Bill Baumgardner. Terrence R. Cushman. Angela J. Dawson. Sandra Wilcox Glassbrenner. Mary J. Hankus. Tony Ingram. Shua Lily Lowe. Richard Lurson. Dawn C. Madison. Amanda Schrader Marg. Rebecca L. Probst. Shyam Sundar Padmanabham. Darren Keith Pagankoff. Holly L. Strope. Jean Taylor. Nancy K. Williams.
Congratulations. Please be seated.
This ceremony today would not have been possible without the time and effort so generously given by a number of groups and individuals on this campus. The members of the Commencement Committee are listed in your program. Frank Lofi, a distinguished member of our faculty who will retire at the end of the academic year, served as Commencement Marshal. The names of the graduates were read by Edward Deneen, University Registrar. The university student ambassadors distributed programs and organized seating for audience members. Lead singer Michelle Ellis, conductor Barry Ellis, and the symphony band deserve our appreciation for the music accompanying today's ceremony. Will the committee members, Mr. Deneen, Professor Lofi, Ms. Ellis, Mr. Ellis, and the members of the symphony band please stand and be recognized. As we say farewell to our graduates, I would like to give them the opportunity to recognize those who have guided them through their university life and gentle prodding and assistance from time to time. Faculty are the heart and soul of the Academy. It is the faculty who challenge and mentor and bring life to the learning process. Colleagues, many of these students have told me that you are outstanding and the best. I am proud to be with you and one of you. Will the faculty please rise to be recognized by the graduates? There are yet others who have provided not only encouragement, moral support, and financial assistance, but care and love as well. Will the parents, grandparents, husbands or wives, children and grandchildren of the graduates please stand to be recognized? I want to extend a special note of thanks personally to Lee Halgren. Again, for Lee, your 10.5 years, you did not stand. Would you please stand? I also want to extend my deep appreciation and thanks to President Lyle for coming to this campus today, and from time to time during some allocations for wiring for some of our buildings. President Lyle, we asked for 4 and we got 6, and for that we are most appreciative. Please turn to the last page of your commencement program. Will you please stand and join Michelle Galloway, my apologies Michelle Galloway, in singing our alma mater. Please be seated. The commencement ceremony has been videotaped and will be televised once tonight beginning at 7:00 p.m. on cable TV 5. Please remain seated until the faculty have left the gymnasium. The graduates will remain to greet friends, parents, relatives, and thank you for a great day of celebration.